By the time I was 11, I was already taken advantage of by two people. The first time it happened, like I didn't know what was going on. I was confused when I saw my aunt chase him out of her house with a broom. She started to hug me and apologize. And I'm just looking at her like wiping her tears, like, it's okay. Like, it's all good. It's just like, this was supposed to happen, right? In my mind. By the second time, like, I was already numb, and at that point I knew something wasn't right when, he started to threaten me with a weapon, telling me if I was to tell somebody what would happen to my family and all that. So I held it in for a long time until I started to like just my family noticed that I was depressed. My mom knew something wasn't right. So I wrote her a letter because I started like I was being rebellious to her. I was giving her a hard time. That was the beginning of me just being rebellious. I remember just like shutting down. That was the beginning of me starting to write poetry. I would be in the house while my siblings are out playing kickball. I didn't want to play with nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. And I was as sweet as can be. I was so popular growing up that people just gravitated towards me, but I just didn't want to be around nobody. This is probably why I've only been to the club maybe once or twice in my whole life, because like I just didn't want to be around people. And it, I think, scarred me for so long that I was like deeply depressed and didn't realize I was so depressed. I was one of the stars of the track team. Everybody wanted to see me run. People from all over would come and just watch me run. My nickname was Speedy because I was like literally that fast. But track was a way that I escaped from everything that I was going through. So it meant a lot to me to be able to just go out there and just run and throw all my problems out in the wind until I started to, lose interest in class and my grades were falling. My coach came to me one day when I was looking forward to running that day because I was just so stressed out. And he's like, what are you doing? You cannot run today. Your grades not right. I checked your grades and you got all these scouts watching you. I didn't understand that I could get a scholarship from track. I didn't understand up until my friend said it to me. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it serious. Back then, I didn't know who I was. Like, I was living for everybody else. I was doing what everybody else wanted me to do. When he told me that, like, I just shut down. Like, I can't run no more. I can't, like, what do you mean? And I started to pick up my grades. I remember he let me run again. I remember just like seeing my friends, family cheer them on, and although there was other people that came to cheer me on, I just like I felt alone. I was just like alone in the world. I felt like I was alone, even though there was a lot of people around me. And I don't even understand why I felt that way because people wanted to be around me. People were inviting me places. People were inviting me outside to play, and I just didn't want to, go outside. And I was in my room one day, and there was a guy in my window, like literally scared. He freaked me out. He was just like staring in my window. Like, I don't know what made me speak of that just now, but yeah, that was crazy. By the time I was 13, I had to see my friend get shot in front of me. Like, I literally held him up while he was bleeding. Everybody panicked and ran, all my friends, and I just went directly to him and I asked him, what you need me to do? Can I help you? Because by that time I had been through so much, just pain, that I wanted to help people. I was that giver when I was young. Like, I let people take advantage of me because I didn't see nothing wrong with just giving everything that I had away until one person, an older person, said, if you give everything you have away, what will you have for yourself? And I remember it not registering until I got older. I didn't want to do music. I was just like I said, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my identity. I didn't feel like I had an identity. I felt like it was taken away from me so young that people would say, girl, you can rap, you can, you need to take your your music serious. And that's when I started to pursue music. I started to write lyrics instead of poems. I converted my poems into lyrics.
If you say come get it, I'm a jackrabbit. All I wanna do is make love like a bad habit. Introduce you to the life like a meal ticket. Got you out your clothes, now I'm on the pole. Baby, we can go, keep me on my toes. I just wanna know, have you ever had this? Pussy like this?
Even though I was like laughable, giggly, joking on everybody, I was hurting inside. Like, I literally was class clown of my year. Like, I'm in the yearbook for Miami Jackson Senior High for class clown. So it's like I made jokes to make people laugh because I was hurting inside, and nobody knew that I was hurting inside. When my friend asked me to come out with her in 2004, I was like just so sad. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to go nowhere. And she kept saying, look, this will be your time to get out. I had a song that I had, wrote, and she heard it. She was with me actually when I wrote the song, and she wanted me to recite that song. So she's like, come out. We're going to make you get out there, and she just wanted me to get noticed. And I wasn't ready for that at that point. So by the time I was 16, I was wanted for murder. And I remember just not understanding what was going on because like I was stuck in my depression till just boom. Everybody suspected me of something that I didn't do. Only thing I can say is God had other plans for me. My name is Valenciaga. I'm from Miami, Florida.
Young and day, the hood raised me. 87, my mama made me. I've been on my grind since way back. Now I'm back in full effect. I had a nigga tell me I'm broke, so I got my money up. You can wait in line if you hating. Watch me throw this money up. Be quick to move my way